According to legal professionals of the People's Action Movement, the Special Sustainability Zones Authorization Act of 2025 is so problematic that it cannot be amended and should be repealed. In a town hall meeting on 13th November 2025, hosted by the People's Action Movement, a panel of lawyers made presentations on the SSC Act. The panel comprised Dame Constance Mitchum, attorney and former Minister of Government, Natasha Gray Brooks, the political leader of the People's Action Movement, Azad Gums, deputy political leader of the People's Action Movement, and Camu Grant, attorney at law, St. Kitts and Nevis, who chaired the proceedings. All presenters concluded that the SSZ law is significantly flawed and opens the doorway to abuse. As such, PAM's position is that the law is not in the best interest of the country's citizens and it needs to be repealed.
When the Prime Minister negotiates the deal, Cabinet simply approves it, and Parliament only comes in at the end. There is no real oversight at any stage. There is no requirement for independent review, no mandatory oversight body, no public disclosure before approval, and no mechanism to challenge decisions made inside the zone. Power moves in one direction without any counterweight to balance it. In any strong democracy, major decisions that involve land, incentives, regulation, and long-term commitments should always be examined at multiple levels before they become final. Instead, this act reduces the process to one main decision maker and everyone else reacting after the fact.
The bill was not circulated for discussion or feedback in the usual manner. Hence that open letter to the Attorney General from the Bar Association. Now that the public is becoming aware of the contents in the Act, there appears to be widespread dissatisfaction with it. A major problem with the Act that the PAM legal team is highlighting can be found in section 4.1d of the Act. It reads, and it was mentioned by Attorney Gums a while ago, it reads, the Prime Minister may enter into development agreements notwithstanding anything contained in any enactment. Let that sink in for a moment. It is saying the Prime Minister does not have to bother with any of our laws or our constitution or any kind of enactment when he's dealing with these developers.
We are meticulous and we dissected the true corrosive impact of this disastrous legislation. What they have forced on our people, the threats to our land, and the threats to our future. Having pulled back the curtain on this Trojan horse, it is time to fight and fight hard. This act is cloaked in the deceptive language of sustainability. It is nothing short of a Trojan horse designed to export our birthright and import institutionalized corruption. It must be repealed.
Over the past week since the passage of the bill and the revealing of a proposed development on Nevis under the SSC Act, the matter has become a central source of heated discussion in some quarters. Glenn Bart reporting for SK Newsline.
Candace Franklin is the newest member of the legal profession in St. Kitts and Nevis, having been called to the bar on Thursday, November 13th, at the Bastyr High Court in Fortlands. Franklin, a well-known and successful entrepreneur, also serves as a Crown Counsel in the Office of Intellectual Property. She spoke with SK Newsline following her admission to the bar, sharing her sentiments and her anticipation for the next chapter of her legal career.
I've been preparing for this for 20 years. It's been a very long time. But I'm happy to be here. I'm happy that I don't have to study anymore. And I feel like I've finally accomplished what I've always wanted to do. I'm excited to get into practice. Not necessarily filing documents, but happy to be here and to be part of this noble profession.
And in terms of your anticipation for what this new journey has for you, what are some of the things that you're looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to winning cases. I'm actually looking forward to litigation. I currently work as a Crown Counsel in the Intellectual Property Office. So I'm actually running a seminar right now, training young women to trademark and protect their assets in terms of business. So trademarking, copywriting, that type of stuff. So I'm actually running that right now, and I am loving the interaction and the education, but I also want to get into the courtroom.
Ms. Franklin also offered words of encouragement to other young people aspiring to enter the legal profession.
If it is really your passion, if it's something that you want to do, don't stop, go for it. Don't let any naysayers or any obstacles get in your way. I've had quite a few, but as you can see, I'm here today. It took me a little while to get here. Could have been a shorter journey, but for the obstacles and naysayers, so don't give up. If it is your passion, and I truly believe in being passionate about your work, if it is your passion, go for it.
Her application to the bar was seconded by attorney Jonelle Powell, with supporting remarks from attorney Delano Franklin Bart, KC, and head of the Intellectual Property Office, Jihan Williams Knight. Friends and family, including her mother and sisters, were present to witness the momentous occasion, with others, including her father, joining in virtually. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline.
The people of St. Kitts and Nevis have embraced Susan Best and her ministry from the very beginning. Now, 40 years later, she returns to celebrate resilience, a testimony of grace, a legacy of strength. Join Susan Best for a night of worship featuring the timeless songs you've loved through the years, along with new music that will inspire a fresh move of faith. On Friday, November 28th at 7 p.m. at the Antioch Baptist Church, Lime Kiln Commercial Development. Don't miss this unforgettable celebration of grace, growth, and resilience. Tickets are $40 EC. Also, be blessed by performances by Carmela Lawrence, Gospel Flames of Joy, New Generation of Nevis, and Blestina Charles of St. Kitts. Tickets are now on sale at Bestway, Buckley's close to Caribbean Cinema, First Choice in the Amory Mall, Kingdom Travel and Tours, Central Street, Hidden Treasures, Airport Road close to Kumar's Pink Trailer, Pharmacare on 4th Street, and in Nevis at Divinity Touch Gift Shop, Main Street, Charlestown. Get your tickets early and stay tuned to the radio or Susan Best's social media pages. Be blessed in this unforgettable celebration of grace, growth, and resilience. Everybody
Constituency 2 Chairman Damian Lawrence of the People's Labour Party pointed to challenging times in 2026 when he spoke on the issue in a recently held PLP press conference. According to Lawrence, the St. Kitts and Nevis Labour Party-led government has failed to deliver on many of its promises and has made life harder for citizens and residents. Lawrence is predicting that 2026 will be a year more challenging for the majority of the people.
We have a reckless government that has torn our country to pieces and made us ashamed. We have to fight back. The Drew-led administration has wasted 3 years in office. Their fourth year is already chalking up to another waste. While citizens struggle to make ends meet, we have a government that doesn't care. We have forecasts that say 2026 will be worse than 2025. Think about that. 2025 was an extremely difficult year for St. Kitts. All age groups are complaining that they've never had it so rough. And we have a government, knowing that we're walking into a worse situation, doing nothing about it. For that reason, the cashiers in 2026 will be taking more supplies when you try to cash out. It means the pain you feel in your stomach when the bills arrive will get worse. It means another year of making poor people poorer. It means labor has to go.
According to Lawrence, one of the critical failures has been about addressing the high demand for affordable housing. Glenn Bart reporting for SK Newsline.
Caribbean gospel artist Susan Best will celebrate 40 years of ministry with a live concert entitled Resilience, a testimony of grace, a legacy of strength, scheduled for November 28th at the Antioch Baptist Church in Limekiln. Speaking with SK Newsline, Ms. Best reflected on the early years of her ministry, discussing what inspired her and sustained her over the past 4 decades.
I just probably told my mom, I want to sing a song. Because before that, because my father is a pastor, so then, access. So I can't say that anything was going through my mind at that point. I just knew that I wanted to sing a song and I was allowed to do so. And from that time until now, I haven't stopped.
She also shared what fans can look forward to on November 28th.
Well, Susan Best has grown. Even if you've seen me before, the person that you're going to see now is somebody who has exercised resilience and endurance and perseverance. So there is something that God wants to say to you through the music that I'm going to do now. It's going to be some of the same songs that you've heard before, but they're going to have a different, how should I say? They'll have a greater effect, I would say, because of what I have been through and have overcome. So I need you to come out. If you are going through something right now, I always say, you are either just going into something, you're coming out of it, or you're in the middle of it. So wherever you are on that spectrum, you got to be there so that God can minister to you. And we're going, people say ministry ain't going to be fun. It's going to be fun, okay? It's going to be fun because I'm going to bring my whole self to it.
In addition, Ms. Best outlined where supporters can purchase tickets for the event.
You can get tickets at Farm Care on 4th Street and... Give me a minute. Best Way at Buckley's, Hidden Treasures at the entrance of Kuma's, Divinity Touch gift shop in Nevis, Kingdom Travels on Central Street, and there's one more that I'm missing. First Choice in the Amory Mall.
Originally from Anguilla and having spent part of her life in the British Virgin Islands, Susan Best has produced countless Caribbean gospel classics across her 8 studio albums. She has traveled the world ministering through gospel music and views the November 28th concert as a celebration of her remarkable and enduring career. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline.
So sweet! The people of St. Kitts and Nevis have embraced Susan Best and her ministry from the very beginning. Now, 40 years later, she returns to celebrate resilience, a testimony of grace, a legacy of strength. Join Susan Best for a night of worship featuring the timeless songs you've loved through the years, along with new music that will inspire a fresh move of faith. On Friday, November 28th at 7 p.m. at the Antioch Baptist Church, Limekiln Commercial Development. Don't miss this unforgettable celebration of grace, growth, and resilience. Tickets are $40 EC. Also, be blessed by performances by Carmela Lawrence, Gospel Flames of Joy, New Generation of Nevis, and Blestina Charles of St. Kitts. Tickets are now on sale at Best Way, Buckley's close to Caribbean Cinema, First Choice in the Amory Mall, Kingdom Travel and Tours, Central Street, Hidden Treasures, Airport Road close to Kumar's Pink Trailer. Pharmacare on 4th Street, and in Nevis at Divinity Touch Gift Shop, Main Street, Charlestown. Get your tickets early and stay tuned to the radio or Susan Best's social media pages. Be blessed in this unforgettable celebration of grace, growth, and resilience. Everybody